Thank you so much for coming. We are just thrilled to have you all here tonight. I want to begin firstly by providing our land acknowledgement. We're joining you from the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe peoples. Today and every day, we reaffirm our commitment to meaningful reconciliation with Indigenous peoples. Aujourd'hui et chaque jour, nous nous engageons à une réconciliation significative. I'm so happy to be here with you all, with our Prime Minister, with MP Gary Anandasangari, and all of our other MP colleagues here this evening to celebrate Tamil Heritage Month. And it's just so fantastic to see you all here. I want to wish everyone Inia Taipangal Navaskuhal. It's wonderful to see you all here. Like so many of you, I come from a South Asian family as well and share your Tamil heritage. My father, in fact, comes from a family of 5 brothers in the southern part of India in Coimbatore. And he was studying in South India when Mahatma Gandhi came to give a lecture in South India in about 1915. And my grandfather then joined the peaceful non-resistance movement of Mahatma Gandhi and decided then to fight for the freedom of India, which he did for the next 30 years of his life. He was also imprisoned with Mahatma Gandhi in the early 1930s. And it was there that I think in our family was bred the idea of public service and the need to continue to fight for justice and equality and human rights. And I will say that last May, my colleague Gary Anandasangari, who's here and who's the brainchild of so much of what we do relating to Tamil culture on the Hill, really led the charge with our government to pass a motion where May 18th of every year would be recognized as Tamil Genocide Remembrance Day. And that motion passing is the culmination of hard work and advocacy by many of you in this very room. So when we come together tonight to celebrate Taipangal and to celebrate Tamil Heritage Month, we are also celebrating you and your advocacy and thanking you for everything you do to perpetuate this incredible community and culture and history and diaspora in the fantastic country we know and love as Canada. Thank you. I'll just say before closing that the history and the culture of the Tamil Canadian community is deeply rooted in me and my family. I danced the Bharatanatyam at my sister's wedding. My favorite food is, not to be done tonight for sure. My favorite food is masala dosa. I've already promised many of you to have masala dosa with you. But without further ado, I think we need to get going with our program. That is why you are all here this evening. I'd like to start by introducing our co-MCs, Sergeant Satyathira Balusundaram and Emily Naveen. They're currently here and really looking forward to leading our program tonight. So let's give them a very warm welcome.
வணக்கம். மாண்புமிகு அனிதா ஆனந்த் அவர்கள் சார்பாகவும் கனடா பாராளுமன்ற உறுப்பினர் கேரி ஆனந்தசங்கரி அவர்கள் சார்பாகவும் உங்கள் அனைவரையும் இங்கே இன்று வரவேற்க சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கின்றது. நாடு தழுவிய இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிகள் இந்த மரபு திங்கள் ஒட்டி எல்லா ப்ராவின்சஸ்லும் மிக அழகாக all the celebrations took part. And அதன் ஒரு சாராம்சம் என்று சொல்லலாம். இன்று வருகை தந்திருக்கிற எங்களோட Prime Minister, Honorable Justin Trudeau, has graced this occasion to mark the culmination of all these events. இதில் ஒரு முடிவு என்று சொல்லலாம். இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில் நிறைய பேர் கொஞ்சம் பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் தர இருக்கிறார்கள். அதையும் நீங்கள் இருந்து நன்றாக பார்த்து ரசிக்க வேண்டும் என்று கேட்டுக்கொண்டுகிறேன்.
I want to begin by recognizing that the land we have gathered in today are the traditional land, unceded lands of the Algonquin and Anishinaabeg people. Nous allons prendre ce temps pour remercier nos frères et sœurs qui ne sont pas capables d'être ici avec nous aujourd'hui. Let us also acknowledge the displacement, loss of language and culture, and commit to work towards reconciliation.
As is tradition, we would like to begin the event by lighting up the lamp. I would like to invite the following people to join us in lighting the lamp. The Right Honourable Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Vandana Qatar, former Director of Operations, Prime Minister's Office. Karikalan Jeevaratnam, Quebec Tamil Community Center. Sasikala Thayapur, Tamil Cultural Society of British Columbia. Superintendent Dave Zacharias of the Ottawa Police Service. Santana Sivarasa, National Council of Tamil Council. Kula Sellathuri, Ottawa Tamil Association. Nivethan Balindra, Tamil Bar Association. Lily Emanuel. Dinesh Kumar, Durham Tamil Association.
Thank you to all of you for your leadership and hard work in protecting and advancing the Tamil Canadian identity. Maintenant, je vais inviter Anada Egbert pour chanter l'hymne national. Anada Anushka Egbert is a grade 6 student at Blessed Carlo Virtual in Ottawa. She incorporates music in everything somehow every single day. She started learning Indian classical music at the age of 5. She's been singing with the Ottawa Children's Choir for the past 3 years. As part of the Ottawa Children's Choir, she took part in the National Remembrance Day ceremonies of 2022, singing the Canadian National Anthem.
நன்றி அனாட்டா. இப்பொழுது ரம்யா ராமச்சந்திரன், ஷியாமலா ராம் from Tamil Cultural Association of Kitchener-Waterloo. That's for the Tamil Taiwan.
நீராறும் கடலொடுத்த நிலமடந்த கிழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கனமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற இருத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திரும்பியந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
Thank you, Ramya and Shamala. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had so many people, while we celebrate Tamil Heritage Month as Canadians, we've had so many people lose their lives in war and violence, not only back home in Sri Lanka, where we all hail from, so many parts of the world. I'd like everybody here to observe a moment of silence to pay respect for the lives lost in pursuit of peace and justice all over the world. Thank you.
கனடிய அரசாங்கம் எங்கள் தமிழ் மொழி, கலை மற்றும் கலாச்சாரமை அங்கீகரித்துள்ளது. 2016 சமஸ்த அரசாங்கம் எங்கள் தமிழ் தை மாசத்தை தமிழ் மரபு திங்கள் மாசமாக கணிச்சிருக்கிறது.
Tamil Heritage Month is a moment for all of Canada to take a moment and recognize the contributions that Tamil Canadians have made to society, the richness of Tamil language and culture, and the importance of education reflected upon Tamil heritage for future generations. We would also recognize the senators who are here today. So first on the list is Member of Parliament, the Honourable Gary Anand Sangre, to deliver his remarks.
Thank you, Satya and Emily. First off, let me thank my co-host here, Ms. Ranita Anand, who is a sister and an ally and a great friend of mine. And I want to acknowledge all of you that are here that are parliamentarians from all parties. Prime Minister, thank you for your enormous leadership. Mr. Polyev, thank you for being here. Ms. May, as well as Jagmeet Singh, who will also be here. As you can tell that, celebrating the Tamil identity is not a partisan issue. It is one that breaks through partisanship, one that embraces the Tamil community in all of its goodness. As a Tamil Canadian, this year is particularly important to me. It's been 40 years since my family came here, and many came here during that time. In fact, the government of the day had a special measures program that enabled over 1,880 Tamils to come and settle in Canada. From those initial days to today, the community's had a very difficult, painful journey, one that is oftentimes punctuated by violence back home, distress, people fleeing for their safety and security, but at the same time being resilient and strong and helping build this great country. I'm so honored to be a Tamil. I'm honored to be a Tamil Canadian. Most importantly, I'm honored to represent this very important community in Canada, in the Canadian Parliament. எங்கள் அழைப்பைத்து கனடாவில் இருந்து பல இடங்கள்ல இருந்து நீங்கள் இந்த கஷ்டத்துக்குள்ள இந்த குளிருக்குள்ளையும் இங்கே வந்து இதன்றதுக்கு நான் உங்கள் முழு பேருக்கும் நான் முதலாவது வருக என்று வரவேற்று அதே நேரத்தில் உங்கள் சேவைகள் உங்களை ஒவ்வொரு கனடாவில் ஒவ்வொரு இடத்துலையும் உங்கள் சேவைகளை நாங்கள் மதிக்கிறோம், அதை நாங்கள் ரெக்கக்னைஸ் பண்ணுறோம், அதுக்கு நாங்கள் நன்றி சொல்ல விரும்புகிறோம். குறிப்பாக சொன்ன போனால் பிரிட்டிஷ் கொலம்பியா தமிழ் கலாச்சார சங்கம் அங்கிருந்து பல பேர் இங்கே வந்திருக்கிறார்கள், அவர்களுக்கு நான் முதல் நன்றி சொல்ல விரும்புகிறேன். அதே மாதிரி கிச்சனர் வாரலு மக்கள் இங்கே வந்திருக்கிறார்கள், அவர்களுக்கு நான் நன்றி சொல்ல விரும்புகிறேன். கிச்சனர் வாரலு தமிழ் கலாச்சார சங்கத்தின் சார்பாக பல பேர் வந்திருக்கிறார்கள். குபெக் தமிழ் கம்யூனிட்டி சென்டர் சார்பாக பல பேர் இங்கே வந்திருக்கிறார்கள். அதே மாதிரி குபெக் தமிழ் ஒன்டாரியோ ஆட்டோவா தமிழ் சீனியர்ஸ், நேஷனல் கவுன்சில் ஆஃப் கனடியன் தமிழ்ஸ், கனடியன் தமிழ் காங்கிரஸ், பல அமைப்புகள் சேர்ந்து இங்கே இன்றைக்கு வந்திருக்கிறீர்கள். நீங்கள் முழு பேரும் இந்த மாதம் தமிழ் மரபு திங்களை நீங்கள் கொண்டாடி இருக்கிறீர்கள். அந்த கொண்டாடுற நேரம் உங்கள் சமுதாயத்தையும் நீங்கள் மேலே எழுப்பி எங்கள் முழு பேருக்கும் நீங்கள் பெருமை கொண்டு உங்கள் நகரிலை நீங்கள் அதை செஞ்சிருக்கிறதுக்கு நான் உங்கள் முழு பேருக்கு நான் நன்றி சொல்ல கடமைப்பட்டிருக்கேன். The journey today is very long for the Tamil community. As you know, Tamils are a diverse people, and we have people from many parts of the world, from Singapore to India to Mauritius to Malaysia, and of course, the north and east of Sri Lanka. For those who hail from the north and east of Sri Lanka, we are humbled by the solidarity of the Tamils worldwide, and we want to thank each and every one of them for their unrelenting support. But during this journey, we know that we have to walk towards a path of peace, justice, and accountability. And this month, we know that the Canadian Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Melanie Joly, basically imposed sanctions on 4 individuals, 2 heads of states of Sri Lanka, as well as 2 others who were accused of serious international crimes. This is a clear message, one that I think sends to the world that you cannot kill your own people and get away with it, and that justice will prevail. This past May, with the support of every single party, and I know all the leaders are standing here, I want to personally thank each and every one of them for their support in passing a resolution that recognized what happened in Sri Lanka to the Tamils as genocide, and recognizing May 18th of each year as Tamil Genocide Remembrance Day. So as we conclude the celebrations of Tamil Heritage Month this January, let us also look forward to sometimes difficult times, but times that will ultimately deliver justice to the Tamil people, peace and self-determination for those living on the island of Sri Lanka. With that, I have the enormous privilege of calling him my leader, someone who in 2008 and 2009, who marched with us, people of Montreal, people of Papineau, as well as Tamil Canadians across Canada. When he ran for leader, he made a commitment to me. He made a commitment to this community where he said, accountability is first and foremost for me, and accountability is something that will be achieved for the crimes committed in Sri Lanka. And throughout the last 7 years as Prime Minister, this Prime Minister has been the only world leader to consistently send this message to every part of the world. So, Prime Minister, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your leadership. And I know this year is a very important year because I think we have demonstrated clearly and concisely the leadership that we show on the world stage, one that will continue under your leadership. And we look forward to many more days where we can count the wins, because Tamils have rarely had those wins. So thank you, Prime Minister, and I'd like to invite you to say a few words.
Vanakkam. Bonsoir mes amis, hello everyone. Je suis très heureux d'être ici ce soir pour me joindre à vous avec Gary et Anita pour célébrer le mois du patrimoine tamoul cette année. Je veux aussi saluer les très nombreux autres membres de notre équipe, ainsi que, et c'est important, les leaders de tous les partis presque tous les partis à la Chambre. It's really important, and I think it's a testimony to how strong and important to Canada the Tamil community is, that almost all of the major party leaders are here. Thank you for being here, Mr. Polyev. Thank you for being here, Mr. Singh. Thank you for being here, Elizabeth May. It really is something we all stand together in supporting. And great to see so many parliamentarians from so many different parties tonight. Gary and Anita, thank you for hosting this evening. Every day, you are there for Canadians. You step up for this community, but you step up for all Canadians, and you make sure that voices in this community are heard right across the country. Thank you for all your hard work. Canada is home to one of the largest Tamil diasporas in the world. In 1983, as Gary mentioned, 40 years ago, in the aftermath of Black July, the Canadian government, yes, led by my father, initiated a special measures program. A program allowed more than 1,800 Tamils to settle in Canada. Since then, of course, the community has grown tremendously from coast to coast to coast. Over the years, I've met with so many generations of the Tamil community who make our country stronger every day. Tamil Canadians are our friends, neighbors, and colleagues. They're frontline and essential workers who stepped up during the pandemic and who continue to be there for their fellow Canadians. They're men and women in uniform, and another extraordinary example of that here tonight, who serve with courage. Small business owners who are such an important part of our community, artists who tell and sing amazing stories, scientists who keep innovating, and extraordinary community members in every part of our country. Partout au pays, la communauté tamoul canadienne rend notre pays plus fort. Et ça mérite d'être souligné. C'est pour ça que je suis si heureux d'être ici ce soir pour célébrer votre culture et votre patrimoine. La communauté tamoule canadienne sait à quel point c'est important d'être là, les uns pour les autres. Et pas seulement ici, mais ailleurs dans le monde aussi. On sait que la situation est très difficile au Sri Lanka présentement. In response to the economic crisis in Sri Lanka, our government is providing $3 million to help address the needs of the most vulnerable, including with food, clean water, and health services. Canada will continue to stand with the people of Sri Lanka in these difficult times, and we will continue to stand with victims and survivors of human rights violations who deserve justice. From my days as a rookie MP from Papineau, calling out the Conservative government's difficult treatment of passengers on the Ocean Lady and the Sun Sea. As leader of the Liberal Party, got to be leader with support of thousands upon thousands of proud Canadians of Tamil origins, to today as Prime Minister, I have been unequivocal in demanding accountability for the atrocities that took place in Sri Lanka, especially during the end of the armed conflict in 2009. Earlier this month, we announced direct sanctions against 4 Sri Lankan state officials responsible for gross and systematic violations of human rights. These sanctions send a clear message to all that Canada will not accept impunity. We will continue to lead on the world stage by being part of the core group on Sri Lanka at the United Nations Human Rights Council, seeking accountability and supporting reconciliation. My friends, it is wonderful to be here with you this evening to celebrate Tamil culture and heritage. The contributions of Tamil Canadians to this country demonstrate how diversity really is our strength. 2 weeks ago, many of you gathered with your families to celebrate Taiponga. It was also a moment to reflect on the year that passed, while also looking to the future with hope and optimism. Well, let's continue to build this better future together. Continuons de travailler ensemble pour bâtir un meilleur avenir pour tous. Merci, mes amis. Nandri. I wish you all a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Wow, we all please give a round of applause for our very own Prime Minister, right? Honorable Justin Trudeau. He is the first, it's of note to say, he is the first sitting Prime Minister to attend a Tamil Heritage Month celebration. It is incredible to see how supportive and encouraging our Prime Minister and our government with all the other leaders have been when it comes to Tamil heritage, language, and traditions. And we are all united here today for that common purpose. Thank you all once again for making history and cementing your legacy within our Tamil heritage. I was asked to request all the caucus members to come for a photograph.
Good. All MPs, please.
And as such, I invite you to observe the dance, music, and sculpture of the Tamil people. Today, I will present an item called Shivoham, which makes reference to an old 5th century copper sculpture of a deity known as the cosmic dancer, or Shiva. This very popular sculpture, which is showcased in museums all over the world, depicts Shiva standing on one foot in a posture of balance. In his right hand, he holds a drum, a barrel drum, which represents the first sound of the universe, representing creation. In his left hand, he holds a flame, which represents destructive energy. The lyrics of the song, Jivaha Shivaha, Shivo Jivaha, mean, I contemplate upon this embodiment. I am that, and he am I. Choreographed by Srimati Rama Vaidyanathan music composition by G.S. Rajan, and rhythmic composition by the late Karakodia Shivakumar. Thank you.
जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः 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 जीवः शिवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः 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 जीवः केवलः सजीवः केवलः शिवं 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 सजीवः केवलः शिवं 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 सजीवः केवलः शिवं 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 जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः 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 शिवो जीवः
Wow, what an astonishing performance. Thank you so much, Ashwini. You know, the bells from the Salenge, it has a tani alaga to it. But thank you so much. Come on, let's give it one more round of applause for Ashwini. It's honestly amazing to see youth in our community performing cultural traditions so eloquently and effortlessly. It is a great feeling to know that our heritage is in the right hands.
Now I'd like to invite the leader of the official opposition, the Honorable Pierre Poilievre, to bring us greetings on behalf of his caucus. The Honorable Pierre Poilievre.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Wanakam. And thank you to Gary for including me today. Thank you to Minister Anand, as she's still here, and to Leader Singh and Leader May, who are also here, and to my Conservative colleagues who are here today to celebrate Tamil Heritage Month. I think this is my 6th Tamil Heritage Month celebration this year alone. And and there's a lot to celebrate. Obviously, the Tamil culture is one of the longest surviving. In fact, the Tamil language is one of the only classical language that is preserved to this day. In Western culture, most of our classical languages have melted away into other languages, but the Tamil people have preserved their spoken and written word for thousands upon thousands of years and continued to practice Hinduism, Islam, and Christianity, as well as other faiths in all across the world, in Tamil Nadu, and of course in Sri Lanka, and most importantly of all, right here in Canada. We're proud to have such. Of course, I want to celebrate the continued friendship between the Conservative Party and the Tamil community. It was under Prime Minister Brian Mulroney that the largest early influx of Tamil immigrants came to this country to settle in this land. And ever since, you have brought vibrance to our economy, to our culture, to our lives. Tamils serve in uniform, in public service, in public office, as Gary is a prime example, but also as tremendous entrepreneurs all across the GTA, Montreal, and other major centers. And the values of hard work, family, tradition, and country are the values of the Tamil community, which I am proud to share. We also stand for freedom, and that is why Conservatives stand with you against the genocidal regime in Colombo. Under the leadership of then Prime Minister Harper, we moved against the regime there by imposing sanctions and by boycotting the presence of the Commonwealth in Colombo. And everyone told us we'd be embarrassed because they said that all the other countries were willing to go along to get along with the regime. But we would have to stand alone if we boycotted it. Well, we stood alone, and then others followed. And I think that might have been the turning point when the rest of the world started to recognize the evil and the cruelty of the regime. But the work is not done. Canada has imposed some minor targeted sanctions, but we must go further. We must impose Magnitsky sanctions on all military and political leaders who were involved in the genocide and who continue to carry it out. And we must seek the prosecution of all those who participated in war crimes at the International Criminal Court and the International Court of Justice. And that includes those members of the Rajapaksa family who themselves are responsible for this evil. And we will continue to pressure the government to take those forceful actions in defense of human rights, accountability, and justice for the Tamil people. We just celebrated Thai Pongal, where we honor the sun god and the wonderful forces of nature, and of course the farmers who bring in the harvest. And of course the harvest is recognition of renewal, of the seasons that come and go and the possibilities of the future. And so despite all the hardships that we experience here at home in this very difficult time in Canada, but also the struggles over which the Tamil people have overcome in Sri Lanka, now is the time for hope and optimism, to believe that tomorrow will be better than today. And so I lock arms with you in that spirit of hope and friendship, and let us go forward towards a better day. Thank you very much. Many blessings to all of you. Thank you.
Merci, l'Honorable Pierre Poilievre. Next, I would like to call upon the leader of the New Democratic Party, Jagmeet Singh.
Thank you very much. Vanakkam. I hope eppadi irukeengal nalla sugam. I have to say it's a tremendous honor to be here with you celebrating Tamil Heritage Month. And for the Tamil community, I remember the journey. I remember going to Scarborough and being at a number of rallies calling for recognition of the injustice, recognition of the genocide. I remember all the young people organizing, all the community members fighting hard to recognize the atrocities committed against the Tamil people. And I want you to know your resilience, your courage, your perseverance paid off. And we've seen a major step forward in recognizing the genocide, and it's thanks to your strength as a community. So congratulations for that hard work. I also want to acknowledge the resilience of the Tamil community. We saw today a performance that celebrates how much a community that was targeted and so much effort was put to snuff out the community, to wipe away Tamil language and culture and dance and music and identity. But despite all those challenges, you stand here today proud. Your culture and your values and your music and your dance are continuing with the next generation, and it shows the resilience of your community, which is beautiful to see. But as was mentioned, the injustice continues and the lack of peace and security continues. And so the Tamil people deserve to have a place of self-determination where they can live with security and peace and know that they have a place where they can be safe. And that's a pursuit that I stand with you in obtaining, a pursuit that you can count on all New Democrats to support, that the Tamil people deserve to have that justice. So again, a very happy Tamil Heritage Month and a belated Thai Pongal Valtakal. I hope you had a good celebration a couple of weeks ago. And again, it's a tremendous honor to see so many incredible young people who inspire me with all the things that you're doing in the community, the way that you're learning language and dance and music. It's very inspiring to see. You are doing your community proud, and it's such a great honor to be here to share with that today with you. Nandri, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Singh. I don't know, every year you're here, your Tamil keeps getting better. I would also like to call upon a representative from the Green Party, the beautiful Elizabeth May.
Thank you so much. That was very generous of you. It's a huge honor to be here to celebrate with you and mark Tamil Heritage Month and the courage of the Tamil people and the Tamil diaspora here in Canada. I want to acknowledge we're on the traditional territory of the Algonquin Nation. To them we say Miigwech. I'm not going to speak Tamil. I promise you I'm not going to speak it till I do it better. And I really would like to say that I'm now going to dance, but luckily for you I'm not going to. But I do want to say a big thank you to Ashrini for that incredible performance. I hope she's still here. I thought it was one of the most inspiring and spiritually uplifting dance performances, and the fact that she spoke of her gratitude to the earth. And I could see when her feet touched the ground, she was connected to Mother Earth in a way. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing to watch. Greens like to be, we like to say we do politics differently. And so that means I'm not going to speak long. But before I leave, I have to acknowledge that Mike Morris is here, the Green Party member from Kitchener Centre, who many of you will know, and my deputy leader in the Green Party of Canada, Jonathan Penneau, who's done a lifetime of human rights work. So he understands what it means to stand through genocide, to persevere, to be resilient. So to all of you, thank you for including me. It's a deep honor, and I honor each and every one of you for your courage. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. I'd like to call upon Honourable Melanie Joly, the Foreign Minister of Canada, to say a few words.
Bonjour tout le monde. Hi, everybody. It's really a pleasure to see all of you, to be with all of you. I don't want to take too much time, but I just wanted to say first, thank you for being here. And also, I would just like to pay tribute to a fantastic MP who's been working for years on human rights issue and particularly bringing justice and peace to the island. We all know him, but he's really worth a round of applause again, Gary and Alexander. Donc, merci, Gary, pour tout le travail que tu as fait pour la communauté et pour faire en sorte d'amener de la paix et de la justice sur l'île. As minister, I've had the chance to work with many of you because when I was the Canadian Heritage Minister, we brought this important Tamil Heritage Month to become a reality. So that's why we're celebrating this year. And also, as Foreign Affairs Minister, for me, it was important to address the issue of Sri Lanka. As you know, we've been working for many years, particularly to bring the attention of the world towards what's going on in the island and what has gone on the island for so many years, particularly at the UN Human Rights Council, and we've been showing leadership. But quite frankly, we needed to do more. And that is why, while we know that accountability is a long process, and we will be there along you and the community throughout the years to come, we wanted, yes, indeed, we wanted to make sure that the very people who have been violating human rights on the island were held accountable. And that's why 2 weeks ago, Canada was the first country to impose strong sanctions against the Rajapaksa brothers and key officials. And I know this is a small step towards a broader and bigger journey, but I just wanted to tell you that we are with you, we're listening to you, we can only understand the pain and suffering that you, your loved ones, your friends, families, the community has gone through. But this is an important part of bringing much more accountability and shedding light on the injustice that has occurred for too long. So thank you for your advocacy. I know you're here because you believe not only in the community, but also in the cause. And you have great allies, I think, in making sure that your preoccupations and your interests are well defended, and that's the case. So thank you so much. Merci.
Thank you, Minister Joly. I'd like to recognize Senators Cardoza and Del Fonte for being part of this. Thank you very much.
கடைசியாக ஒரு நடன நிகழ்ச்சி. Our final performance tonight is from Priya Kshetra Dance Academy, choreographed by Doris Periyanim Jayaseelan and performed by Ajinsaya Albert, Kavina Maharaja, and Veronica Sudhakar.
நேரமாவதறியாமலே மிக வினோதமான முரளிதர நேரமாவதறியாமலே மிக வினோதமான முரளிதர என்பன மலை பாயுதே கண்ணா அலை பாயுதே கண்ணா என் மனமிக அலை பாயுதே உன் ஆனந்த மோகன வேணுகானமதில் அலை பாயுதே கண்ணா பகல் போல் எரியுதே திக்கை நோக்கி என்னிரு புருவம் நெறியுதே கனிந்த உன் வேணுகானம் நான் காற்றில் வருகிறதே கனிந்த உன் வேணுகானம் காற்றில் வருகிறதே கண்கள் சொருகி ஒரு விதமாய் வருகிறதே கண்கள் சொருகி ஒரு விதமாய் வருகிறதே கதித்த மனத்தில் உறுதி பதத்தை எனக்கு அளித்து மகிழ்த்தவா ஒரு தனித்த வனத்தில் அனைத்து எனக்கு உணர்ச்சி கொடுத்து முழுத்தவா தனிக்கடல் அலையினில் கதிரவனுயினை இணையிற கடலென கனித்தவா கதறி மனமுருக நான் அழைத்த சிரிக்கவோ இதர மாதருடனே கழிக்கவோ இது தகுமோ இது முறையோ இது தர்மம் தானோ இது தகுமோ இது முறையோ இது தர்மம் தானோ குழலூதிடும் பொழுது ஆடிடும் குழைகள் போலவே மனது வேதனை மிகவோடு அலை பாயுதே கண்ணா என் மனமிக அலை பாயுதே உன்னானந்த மோகன வேணுகான மனித அலை பாயுதே கண்ணா
I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time out of your day to celebrate our Tamil culture, our traditions, and our language with us. எங்கள் அழைப்பை ஏற்று இங்கு வந்து இருந்து எல்லாவற்றையும் நன்றாக பார்த்து கவனித்து எங்களோடு நின்று இந்த தமிழ் மரபு திங்களை நன்றாக நிகழ்த்தி தந்ததற்கு மிக்க நன்றி. It gives me a warm feeling to know that our Tamil heritage is cemented within Canadian history, which we can very well see from everyone in this room tonight. From the countless remarkable performances to the beautiful and vibrant saris and the vertis all over this room, it is evident that Tamil, being one of the oldest living ancient languages in the world today, will continue on for many generations throughout Canada. This was a historic celebration, and we would like to thank each and every one of you for being part of it. Sir, thank you very much for being a big part of this and making this all happen.
Let us all thank all of our elected representatives for being here tonight. These MPs are all here to serve you. Feel free to have a few words with them before you head out. If you have any questions regarding any of the services they provided, feel free to stop by the booths at the back. Now, let's all grab some pongal. Thank you all again. It was an honor for me and Satyanna to be your MC tonight at this beautiful event. Nandri Vanakkam.
So we're not going to give you the last word, Emily and Sati. I think it's fitting that we give you our appreciation for stepping up in the very last minute with Anita and myself to make this a reality. So I want to, first of all, thank you. Emily is actually in second year of law school, doing a joint BCom JD at the University of Ottawa. She's trilingual, so you would have noticed that she spoke in Tamil, English, and French. And for those of you from Quebec who say, "Oh, all our kids can do that," well, she's from Ontario. She's from Mississauga. Okay, so that's a remarkable part. So thank you, Emily, and Sati, of course, someone who makes us very proud each and every day. Thank you, Sati, for everything you do, and the two of you did a phenomenal job. I just want to thank all the performers. The folks that brought the food here, actually the person who prepared the food, very delicious foods. I hope you get to take some home. For those of you who came a long distance, I want to say thank you, especially to the British Columbia Tamil Cultural Association, Waterloo Tamil Cultural Association, Montreal, Quebec Tamil Community Center, and the many organizations from Toronto and Ottawa. Thank you for all that you do. On a final note, I want to bring forward our staff that were very much part of this. So Evan, Seon, I don't know if Seon can hear. So we need Gavin, Dove.
Gavin,
Caitlin, yeah. Where's, who else are we missing? Dishali,
Asma?
Asma, Asma, come here. We're gonna take it. Somebody else is gonna take the picture. I feel like we're missing someone. Are we missing someone?
Gavin, no.
Yeah, Gavin's here. Okay. So Dove, who has been doing back and forth. Look, this is the team that did it, but we couldn't have done it with the support of all of you. Kerry Holland, who always comes through for us. So thank you, Kerry Holland, for everything. And as it's fitting, our Minister of Defense will have the final word.
Oh, mon Dieu. Well, I want to first of all say that it's an enormous privilege to be a Tamil Canadian and to be able to be a member of Parliament in the House of Commons and to help to organize an event that brings together Tamil Canadians for Tamil Heritage Month. That to me has started off 2023 in the way that it should start off, with happiness and joy and a recognition of the place that Tamil Canadians have in the Canadian community. And I'll just say that we know that this is a difficult time in our world. We see the ravages of war in Europe, and we've already spoken about the genocide that we are standing up against in Sri Lanka. But each and every day when I wake up, I thank God that I am in a country where I don't have to worry about whether I'm going to be bombed when I walk outside of my house. So that, to me, gives us a license to stand up for equality, inclusiveness, and diversity. And the fact that we can gather here and that we had the leaders of political parties here, including the Prime Minister, sharing greetings for Tamil Heritage Month is a sign of a great country. So on that note, I think we should all celebrate tonight as a wonderful night of Tamil Heritage Month, but also inclusiveness and diversity of all sorts. And finally, my thanks to really the brains behind this operation, Gary Anandasangari, without whom none of this would be happening. So Gary, our hats off to you.
It's the staff, it's our team. So I always...
And the team as well that Gary organized. So Nandri, please enjoy some food if you can, and we will see you to celebrate Tamil Heritage Month again in 2024. I've already got a few dates from some of you, so we'll look forward to celebrating many times in January 2024 and before. Thank you so much.